I've also heard, if you say Spookathon 3 times fast, Spookathon, 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 while looking in the rearview mirror, you are 50% more likely to have a car accident. That's right. Spookathon, Spookathon, So I just got out of the shower. I'm feeling so refreshed, ready to begin anew. It is only about 11:10 p.m. on night 4 of Spookathon, which is the earliest that I've gotten started all week, because I think the first time was 12:30, not at all, and then 3 a.m. So I'm getting started kind of early. I'm gonna once again try to finish this damned book, which I like, but I just keep getting tired and falling asleep. It's been like a long week of work for me that has been stopping me from feeling like ready to like just stay up all night reading, and I've just been distracted with other things. I'm not holding myself to a huge like high standard for this night's vlog because I just really need to get reading done, and if I don't film a ton of footage, that's okay. Let's not let the tail wag the dog. Right, Phillip? I might have some wine and cheese. He loves his ball. Go sit. Go sit. Sit. Sit down. Phillip, sit. Sit. Hey everybody. New location. I am going to read on my couch for a little while. Let me see. I think I read a little bit of Water Shall Refuse Them on my phone in the shower. Well, I did, so don't judge me. So I am now 59% of the way through the book, so I'm going to try and see if I can get some reading done out here. I might put an ASMR video or an ambiance video or an ambience, depending on where you're from, video on the TV out here. And I'm definitely going to be enjoying this wine. This is really dry. A little smoky, a little spicy, dry red wine. And I really like it. Phillip is looking in the bucket for another toy to come and plop in my lap, thinking that I'm going to play with him with it, but I'm going to read now. He's going to have to live with that. You know what I hate? How, because I do things handheld, I like set up like a shot like this that I think looks cool because it's got my Halloween lights in it. And then when I'm done saying what I'm going to say, I look at the screen and it's like, I'm like, oh. No? Phillip. You're just so destitute. I mean, my life, I don't know. I just realized why I feel like I can't read. I'm wearing the wrong hat. That's better. I'm an idiot. All right, so change of scenery. I did eventually move into my bedroom. You can only expect a certain amount of like solitude and peace and quiet when you're reading in the middle of your house. And there are dogs and there are people and there was cooking happening. But I got a lot of good reading done out on the couch in the living room. And I'm really enjoying this 1924 something or other blah 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 wine. It's very good. And I am now on chapter 22 of Water Shall Refuse Them. I am really picking up steam. I'm almost 80% of the way through. I will finish this tonight. It's almost 2 in the morning, so I'm doing well. Yeah, so I've got a slightly different woodsy ambiance video going. Phillip has his bone. And this book is disturbing. This narrator is messed up. And I understand her because I've been in her head now for many pages, but she's messed up. And the other people in the town who are really, really mean and awful and don't like outsiders, and these girls who are being terrible to her are telling her that she's crazy and messed up and wrong. And I agree with them, despite the fact that they're terrible, too. I'm really, really concerned and really nervous about what this girl is going to do next, because I have a theory, and it's not a pretty picture in my head. And, yeah. So I am going to tear through the end of this book because it is really, really picking up. The tension is mounting. And something awful is going to happen. I just know it. And I have brought in a little plate of cheese. It's the same cheese from wine night a couple days ago. So yeah, so I've got cheese in bed along with my wine. There's like an aged cheddar and then like a Gouda, I think. I'm enjoying the cheese. I'm enjoying the wine. I'm enjoying the book. I'm enjoying Philip's company. I'm enjoying the ASMR video. And I'm going to go back to all of those things. And I will update you, I think, when the book is done. Yeah. Because I'm going to finish it, and I am so nervous about what's going to happen. Oh, God. Wow. I have finished Water Shall Refuse Them. And I'm free associating words, psychological depth and suffering and pain and memories and grief. Oh, and dark. This book is dark. It's, wow. Ugh, yikes. Just yikes. I mean, this is the kind of dark, creepy story I like, where there's like a psychological underpinning to everything. Wow. Yeah, it delivers that. It is 3:12 a.m., the witching hour. Yeah, wow is all I can say. Oh, God. Yeah, wow. This book is very hard to describe. Disturbing, dark, really well written, really good. So, all right. So this book made me feel impatient at times because it was a character-based story, and it was next day, narration, the slow progression of relationships and realizations and whatnot from the narrator, and not necessarily like a lot of really major, like, mind-blowing plot developments that led to others. There obviously is a plot, but yeah, it's a very intricate map of this young woman's mental state. You navigate it in a non-linear way, and it just is one of those books that has to be taken as a whole. This is the kind of book that, like, when people DNF books and they say, it was creepy, but I didn't really get into it and I put it down. where I feel like this book could easily be DNF'd by people. It's like none of it really makes sense until you've read all of it. Which is good because it's not that long. It doesn't have page numbers, but it was like a 5.5 hour read, according to my Kindle. And that's probably about how long I took reading it. So I'm glad I don't DNF things. But yeah, I like that kind of story because there's a lot of reward in getting to the end. You feel a little bit accomplished, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there were moments when I wasn't bored, but I wasn't necessarily incredibly engaged at moments. And yet I kept going because I did like the tone and I liked the character and I liked the writing. I just wasn't sure exactly what was going on with the pacing. And it's just like a slow burn. If you're reading this book and you get a little bored or frustrated, just keep reading. This book has to be taken as a whole. And it all suddenly, ding, comes into focus. And I can't believe that I didn't see that coming. The end. Wow. It's a really smart book. This is an excellent book. I can't give it a star rating right now, but it's really good. I have to sort of ruminate on this for a while. But yeah, excellent. So yeah, I am now done with my first read of Spookathon 2019. It is, as I said, about 3:15. I figured I'd be done around 3, so that's right on schedule. I guess I'm going to open up Coraline and see how far I get into that. That's only about 100 and some odd pages. So that's basically my reading night, I think. I'm still reeling from Water Shall Refuse Them by Lucie McKnight Hardy. If I read more, I will vlog more, but in case I don't, good night. See you tomorrow. Hey everybody. Okay, so it is about 10 o'clock. I am wearing this red t-shirt that says Oliver 93 on it. And you'll always know that it's been a rough day for Byron when you see me wearing the Oliver shirt. This is like my comfort shirt. This is the first show I ever did when I was a kid. And I still have the shirt. And I'm wearing it because today... I need this. Okay. Today was a day. So I picked up some overtime this week. And I did not sleep well last night, nor did I sleep much. I slept... There's a ghost in my room. Something just... I don't know. Something just happened. Anyway, so I didn't sleep well, and I didn't sleep for very long. Then I went to work today, and today, I forgot today was like a long day for me. I actually did 4 shows, and I did 4 shows in like my most physically exhausting, like cardio role. Have you ever been so tired that you almost feel sick from how tired you are? That's me. I have a massive headache. And I don't think it's caffeine withdrawal because it's been over a week now. So I spent some time in Wisconsin when I was in college, and I feel like that just came back. So my plan was to come home and just go to bed. I came home, my roommates, who have those 2 dogs, went out to dinner with a friend who's visiting them from out of town, and then I said okay, and then I went to take a shower. So I closed my bedroom door, and Phillip came into the bathroom with me and ate his dinner. And then I got out of the shower and walked out into the living room. Now, the other 2 dogs had been sort of quarantined in their half of the house, which is where they usually are when my roommates are gone and I'm not like out and about. But one of them has figured out how to kind of circumvent that. The little one, the little white puppy, Simon, has this knack for climbing up on the chairs and then using that as a way to get up onto the dining room, the dining table, my kitchen table. And so I walked into the living room. Was he on the table? No, he wasn't on the table anymore. But he was under the table, and he had gotten into the big bags of Halloween candy that I bought for trick-or-treaters. Now, it's a big plastic bag that has 30 pieces of small, like, Halloween trick-or-treater sized candies inside them. He's a dog, so he can smell through anything, so he had ripped open the big bag and then gotten a few candies out and was on the floor, and I started picking up wrappers. I took the chocolate away from him immediately, and he had some chocolate. So it looks like he had 2 little tiny Kit Kats and 1 Hershey's bar, which was a milk chocolate Hershey's bar. And he was trying to get into an Almond Joy, but had not succeeded yet. So I called my friend right away, who was out at dinner, to let him know what was going on. Now, it turns out, Kit Kats have very little chocolate in them because they're like wafers, and then they're just coated in chocolate. And then there was the Hershey bar. But he only had 1, and it's about a half an ounce. And he's between 15 and 17 pounds. My friend got in touch with a friend of his who is a vet. And she asked what he had and how much he weighs, and she said he's going to be fine. The advice is to watch them, and he'll probably have diarrhea. And if it gets really bad, or if he starts to act lazy or lethargic, to take him to a vet. Now, this was all about an hour and a half ago, and it seems like he's certainly not lethargic. He is currently barking away because he hears me talking. So, I'm so tired. And I stayed up because I was worried about Simon. At first, though, when I walked out there, it seemed like, oh God. Now, I have since moved all the chocolate to, like, on top of my refrigerator. Not that he should be getting up on the table, but he did that. This is just so funny. It's not funny, but it's interesting because this came up just a few days ago on one of my vlogs for Contemporary-a-thon, where I let Phillip lick the lid of my ice cream. But in that particular case, it was actually chocolate that was on the lid, and I hadn't even thought about it because I always let him lick the lid of my ice cream. And someone commented, one of you commented and said, that's chocolate's bad for dogs. And I realized, oh my gosh, that's right, I didn't even think about it. And I'm sure that tiny amount he's fine. But I cut that part of the video out, and I posted a little disclaimer like, hey, there's a thing in here, don't give chocolate to dogs. And I do know that chocolate is very toxic for dogs. They can't digest theobromine or caffeine like we can. So it can cause major problems. Anyway, he checked me on that, and he was right to do that because I hadn't even thought about it. Obviously, this was a freak accident, and the dogs broke out of their containment, and he got up on the table, and he ripped open the bag, and I was in the shower. But, yeah. So that's what I've been doing today. I'm tired. I am so sore. And I just need to go to sleep, but I kind of need to stay up at least until my roommates get home. I'm going to go back out there and check on him again. I've had them outside a lot and make sure he's okay. Lacking the ability to take a nap, I've been up, so I'm going to try and read a little bit of Coraline. I'm afraid that I will pass out if I read, but I'm going to try. But yeah, so here is Coraline. I read a couple of chapters in this, I guess. Started reading this last night. Barely into it at all, but it's cute. So I'm gonna try to read some of that. I'm thinking that I might put The Shining off because it's so long, and if I go from Coraline to The Shining, that's all I'm gonna get through. Whereas if I go from this to one of the other shorter books I have, like Hell House or Something Wicked This Way Comes, I could theoretically finish 4 books, and then I can read The Shining later. But yeah, it's a day. And I have a headache. I'm very tired. But I'm glad that Simon is going to be okay. And I'm hoping there's no diarrhea, but there probably will be. I'm really just hoping that the diarrhea happens after my roommates get home so that they can deal with it. But yeah, I'm going to go back out there and make sure everything's fine. Wait for them. And I'll get back to you later. Okay, bye. The thing is, see, Phillip, this is a bone, though, not a ball. So, update, it is now about 11, almost 11. Oh, it's like 11:24. And my roommates are home, and they have fed Simon, that's the chocolate fiend, hamburger and rice. Something to stop him up real good, and he seems fine. Maybe a little hyper. And there may be some diarrhea in his future tonight, but I don't have to worry about that because he's not my dog. But he's going to be okay. So anyway, so that's all kind of like settled, taken care of. Phillip is insane. He thinks I'm sitting on something. Phillip, there's nothing. There's nothing. I literally got up and I moved all my pillows and I showed him just the bare bed. Like there's nothing. He's got bone 1, bone 2. He's got a tennis ball. He ate. He's got water. I don't know. Dogs, man. This is like a vlog about dogs. Dog vlog. So I am going to read Coraline. Because I'm just up now. So I'm going to read Coraline. And then when I am done reading, because my brain turns off, I'm going to watch TV and have some ice cream. Surprise, folks. I actually did read more of Coraline. I am now about halfway through. I'm on page 79 of Coraline by Neil Gaiman. That's chapter 7. And it is 1:10 a.m. I'm drifting off to sleep while reading. So I'm going to be done for the night. This story is whimsical and cute and magical and mystical and dark and weird and kind of a Roald Dahl kind of way. I don't usually like his stories. I think probably the most terrifying thing I have ever seen is James and the Giant Peach. So yeah, I don't like his stories, but this, which has a similar vibe to it, a similar tone, is fine. This reminds me of that, but somehow it's not quite as creepy. I feel like it's playing with a little girl's fears of, being lost, losing her family, losing her parents, and her fantasies of being able to talk to animals and whatnot. The illustrations are very cool, and of course, very creepy. Yeah, so creepy. I am enjoying this. It's going to be done very soon. I'll be done tomorrow. I could be done tonight if I wasn't so tired, but I'm passing out. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland a little bit, but I love the idea of taking the fantasy that I feel like everybody has, especially when you're young, but people have this dream all the time of finding an extra room in your house that you didn't remember was there or that you didn't know was there, and saying, oh wow, and it's so cool, and making it real, and this sort of fantasy, but also flipping it and making it dark. That's a really cool idea. It's really neat. It's almost like she's found the mirror universe. If you watch Star Trek, you know what I mean? Wow, I miss Star Trek. I haven't read a Star Trek book in a minute. And my God, this idea of them having black buttons instead of eyes, so creepy. It's also like Wizard of Oz, and I really enjoy it. And I'm really glad that my friend Bert purchased this for me. So it's going well, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to watch some YouTube. Probably, not all just bookish stuff, but I'm going to watch some YouTube, maybe a scary movie, and I'm going to have some ice cream. And then I'm going to sleep until 2020 or something. So I will catch you guys in the next video. This has been a very boring vlog, and I apologize. There was some footage of dogs. Yeah, that's it. This is just actually a reading vlog. Like, this is just me actually reading. But, yeah, this was night 4? It was Thursday, yeah, so night 4. 5? You guys, I don't know. So this is 5. This is night 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is night 5. Okay, got that figured out. Woo, what a relief. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please, give me a thumbs up. And if you loved it, you can subscribe and see more bookish content like this in the future. It's not always vlogs. If you've just come here for vlogs, look at my back catalog. You'll see I do lots of not vloggy stuff, just more traditional booktube stuff. But yes, thank you for coming. Thank you for viewing this video if you've gotten this far. And if you have any comments, questions, or burning book suggestions, let me know. The comment box is your friend. And until next time, I will be here reading in the dark. And that's going to do it for me tonight. So, all right. Bye.